Laptops, it is 7 p.m. I'd like to go ahead and call to order this regular city council meeting for Monday, October 24th, 2022. If we could say the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Holly, will you call the roll, please?
Lanyon.
Present.
Pratt.
Here.
Bellinger.
Here.
Rhines. Gilroy.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
I received a call from Councilman Rhines earlier today that he would not be able to attend this evening, so I'm looking for a motion to excuse his absence.
Motion.
Thank you. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now we have an opportunity for, I'm sorry. Approval of the agenda this evening, unless there's changes that need to be made.
Motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. And now we have an opportunity for audience participation. I'm not seeing anyone in the audience, so we'll keep moving along. We have our council meeting minutes of October 10th, 2022. I'm looking for a motion to approve unless there are changes that need to be noted.
Move to approve.
Thank you. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now, moving along, we've got our accounts payable, Noah.
Yes, and I did receive these, still in a hard copy for back to you. And got all the receipts here for you. But everything looked great, so I have, make a motion to approve check 76037 dated 10/6 through check 76085 dated 10/13 and EFT 321 and ACH 322 through 326 and a total of $181,430.76.
Great. Does anybody have any questions regarding payables this week? All right, I'm looking for a second to Noah's motion.
Second.
Thank you so much. Holly, will you call the roll, please?
Gilroy.
Yes.
Lanyon.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Pratt.
Yes.
Bellinger.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Moving along on our agenda, action items, we do not have any this evening, so we're going to keep moving right along to our discussion items. And we've got our road diet, and so do we have an update?
Sure, thank you, Mayor Gilroy, members of council. We did receive the proposal from Spicer to do the design work that will help us march towards the public meetings after the first of the year. We got that today. Because it is an expenditure of funds, I didn't feel it was appropriate to add it to the agenda this late. So we will have that for next time. If I thought that was a schedule impact thing, I would have brought it tonight, but it will be fine. And we're still marching towards council approval in November for that scope of work. Design work would take place over November, and then in December we'd have a finished product, and then we'd be able to start scheduling the public meetings in January and February, get pricing in March or April, and then launch work sometime in June or July of next year. So we're still on that schedule.
Excellent.
And the proposal is very good, and the price is very reasonable.
All right, we'll look forward to that being an action item next council meeting. Moving along on our discussion items, we have the 2023-2025 water main project.
Yep. Thank you, Mayor. Almost called you Mayor Lindauer, who was the mayor for me like about 12 years ago. So
That's all right.
Scott DeVries and I have been working diligently on sort of the behind-the-scenes thing, the federal paperwork that needs to be done. We'll have that completed in plenty of time in order to meet the grant obligation. We will, at our next meeting, have a work session with council to discuss ranking the projects. We're going to try and do as many as we can. As you all know, the original request in the grant was $4.8 million, and we received $3 million. So there's about $1.8 million in project that we're going to have to allocate in the future years, and we'll have a plan for that. So we'll tackle that at our next meeting. Also at our next meeting, it's in my report that we will have the rate study presentation from Baker Tilly, and that will help frame the discussions too moving forward.
Excellent. Great. Thank you so much for that update. Moving along, we did not receive any correspondence, and so we're going right into department reports, and we've got our city manager report. Thank you so much, John. I'll go ahead and let you expound on it.
Sure, just to cover the highlights, and we did have the ribbon cutting tonight for the kayak launch, and it was a very nicely attended event. We just simply cut the ribbon with the big scissors. We'll do some media stuff on that, and John Bowman was there, and he's very active in the paddling clubs in the greater Lansing area. And so the plan is probably in May, when the weather really turns good for good, we'll have a launch event and have more of a celebration for that. So that was pretty cool.
Good question.
Yeah.
What's the process for the naming? There's a contest to name it or something?
Yeah,
What's the process for doing that?
Yeah, excellent question. So we did discuss that at DDA last week, and I'll put together a simple community input process for that. And what'll happen is we'll have a period of time where folks can make a suggestion for that facility, and then council and DDA will vote on that, and away we go. One thing I want to be clear, and there was a lot of discussion about this, it's very difficult to have a community vote for things, especially in this day and age. I mean,
But we can receive
you
suggestions
can
from the
receive
community.
suggestions, and having done this, I think 3 times in the last, maybe 10 years, you end up with a lot of submissions, but you end up with a winner each time. So
Yep.
I can still remember being in kindergarten, and they named a new football field in Durand, and my submission didn't win, but Roundhouse Stadium was the winner, and Durand's the railroader, so it made sense. So
Right.
that still sticks with me 45 years later. So
Excellent.
anyway, so I think that'll be a fun process for folks.
Mhm.
And so, we'll move forward with that. That's actually in the report too. Tifa Board did approve the purchase agreement with cold storage, so they're in their due diligence phase, which is good. We do have another ribbon cutting this Thursday, and that's at Volunteers Park, and that's where the Friends of Williamston Park is really taking the lead on that. We'll have a ribbon cutting, a wreath ceremony, and then a community picnic after that. So really an outstanding effort by everybody involved in that project as the elements start to come together. It's such a great, I had lunch there today, it's such a great park, and it was neat to see people doing the same, stopping at lunchtime, even during the workday. So that's about all I have, other than to just remind folks, we will have our audit presentation in December. All of you should have gotten a letter from our audit firm, and I did get some feedback from Mr. Hanson. He had some great questions. It can be kind of alarming when you get that letter for the first time, but do that as it may, the audit will be presented in December.
Great, thank you so much.
That's all I
Any
have, thanks.
questions for John from anyone? All right, moving on, we've got Chief here this evening. Hello?
Good evening, everybody. Just a quick update from the PD. Not as busy a month, but a busy month. We handled 5 crashes. With that being said, one was a car deer, so please be aware that it's hunting season, the deer are moving. Slow down and be a little cautious with that. The drunk drivers are still out there. We arrested 7 this past month,
Is this a monthly number then?
just month.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're getting at
That's
least
2 a week.
1, 2 a week. One individual was a CPL holder and had his weapon with him. So, yeah, that had potential there to not go very good, but Officer Bradbury did a great job with that investigation, and we were able to keep everybody safe. One thing I want to touch on, we had an incident down at Creek Club Apartments last week, and what it was, bottom line, was a simple domestic between 2 brothers. Unfortunately, somehow somebody put it out there, they believed it was a stabbing, and that took off like wildfire. So I just want to caution folks that if something like that, if there's a danger to the community, we will put something out right away, through our Facebook, through the community page, through our schools. We'll get it out there. But just to try to keep those rumors from going there and putting people in an unnecessary uneasiness, call us, call the PD. We will answer those questions for you versus putting people in unnecessary anxiety. Another incident we had is that it started out as a stolen vehicle by the theater. Talking with the victim, she left her keys in the car and left it unlocked. So I think we recovered the vehicle, but we think it's just kind of an incident. She forgot where she put it. But the reminder here is please don't leave your keys in your car or your car's unlocked. Unfortunately, we do have some individuals, and there are groups that will come from other cities and come through town that will hit neighborhoods searching for cars unlocked and trying to find whatever they can find. And we've had that in the past where we've lost some some very valuable equipment. Lastly, we've had a couple of scams happen here in town, where one young girl was taken for $2,000. So just keep that in mind. The police department will never call and ask you for your information. What this one was, an individual called a business, said this is the police department, we're doing an audit, and so they were from Williamston. And this is a business that we go to all the time. They knew who we all are, but these guys were so good and they had them so scared, it caused this girl to do this. So we are never going to ask you to do that, do anything like that over the phone, any kind of personal information. If anybody's asking you for the gift cards, it's a scam. If they're doing it through threats or intimidation, it's a scam. We've put some out on our Facebook, so please go to that. If you've got questions, you're not sure, hang up on them, call the police department, but never ever give out personal information. And don't go buy gift cards because they've got grandma held hostage. You know, that's not going to happen that way. It never does. So just be aware of that. And please don't ever hesitate to call us. And that's all I've got.
How's Cadet Monroe doing?
He's still there.
Good.
He's still
Excellent.
there, still loving it. He's high energy and
He should have about a month left, right?
a month and a half, 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, December 9th, I think he graduates.
Okay, excellent.
So yeah, he's doing good. He's loving it. He
Good.
can't wait. So yeah,
All right.
we're doing good.
Then you'll be back up to full staff, and that's
We
good.
half staff.
Half staff, okay.
He doesn't count as a full one yet.
All right, all right.
What's the date on the Williamstown Township thing? Where they decide whether they'd like to have you provide policing service?
I'm gonna defer.
Well, we haven't,
A couple of years.
yeah, we haven't bid on
They
that.
just
We're,
did-
we're in discussion. I mean, we talked about
I
that
thought
at
there was
the,
maybe a date that we were gonna know one way or the other.
no,
They renewed that for
about
2 years.
back in during
last
COVID,
year,
yeah,
so-
21.
Okay, so it's another year. Not-
Yeah.
not- I was thinking months, but
Yeah.
it's actually years.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But we're getting ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we can say. We're building up and getting ready for it. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it, as always. All right,
Mayor, I did have
yes.
one more thing. I apologize. I just looked at my notes.
That's okay.
Please keep in mind the parking on the streets. We've given the grace period through October,
Yes.
putting warnings on people's cars.
Yep.
November 1st, that stops and citations go on cars because we have more potential of the snow and needing to get those snow plows out. So please
Exactly.
adhere to that between 2 and 5.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the weather changes daily. We know that here in this state. I mean, it was 70-something today. It's gonna change again, so I appreciate that reminder. Moving along, we've got our subcommittee reports. Would anybody like to bring forward any information from a meeting?
I mean, Tiffle met, but city manager handled it perfectly, so I have nothing more to add.
All right. Yes, DDA, we did meet. We talked about getting ready for the holidays downtown. We talked about our holiday commercial on channel WLNS and Fox 47.
WLAJ.
53. So we're getting ready for that. Also, our other video project that we've got in the works, so that we can use that on social media, on our Facebook page and on our website. And then we did talk about the naming contest for that park down there. So all in all, good meeting for DDA. And you're gonna stay on NISA as Personnel Committee after you are done here. All right, well, we appreciate that so much.
Parks and Rec, I missed the kayak launch thing today.
It's all right.
I worked through it. I should have taken the time off. I'm glad to hear it was good attendance.
Yeah, it was
And
nice.
I plan to be there on Thursday at the picnic thing.
All right, great, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, anything from you?
Nothing for me.
All right, well, moving along then, we've got another opportunity for audience participation. Not seeing anybody in the audience, so we'll go council member comments. Start with you, Tom.
Nothing for me again.
Terry?
No.
Noah?
Nope.
No.
Brandon? All right. Well, just a reminder, we are coming up, it's a week away from Halloween, so I would just remind everyone, Halloween is from 6 to 8. We also have downtown trick-or-treating this Saturday, our downtown district, that will be from 2 to 4. And We have our leaf pickup, so please be cautious as you're driving through our city streets with the leaf piles out in the streets. It's very easy for small children, pets to be missed. So I would just add caution. Again, Chief, thank you so much for mentioning no parking on the city streets from 2 to 5. And we will be rolling into time change. There's still activities, sporting events. So I would just ask everybody to have a good fall as we get ready to close out October, moving into November. Lots of activity going on downtown. We'll have our, I believe, Ladies' Night Out will be coming up in about another, 3 or 4 weeks, Holly? Just before?
Maybe it's the first Thursday in December, second
Okay.
Thursday.
Yep, we'll have our light parade the first Saturday of December. There's always small business Saturday in November. Chief, do you know if you're gonna do fill a cop car again this year?
I was just making notes for next meeting, but yes, we are, and we're also doing shop with a hero.
All right.
We're planning, those are in the works right now.
Excellent. So, oh, and then, yes, we've got our election coming up with our election staff. Thank you, Tim, appreciate that. That's a big thing in about another 2 weeks, so very exciting. But we'll keep reminding you about all of these upcoming events for November and December. And with that, on my laptop, it says, new glasses, 7:16. We will adjourn.